To get started, you're going to need 1mm macrame cord. I cut 18 of them to 30 inches. Take one end, join it with the second end, pull it till you find the center. Take your center loop. You're going to take it over your dowel rod, behind, down, grab your tails, and pull them through. Grab your tails, give it a light tug, and this is how you do a lark's head knot. We're going to do 18 of them, and then we'll get started. And here we have all 18 added on with lark's head knots. So let's begin our pixel macrame. Okay, so we have 18 lark's head knots. I'm going to take my green cord, cut it at about 60 inches. Doesn't have to be exactly that. This is going to be our working cord. Pick up your first section, take your working cord behind. You're going to make a little bit of a loop here. And then take this and tuck up under and pull it through. We're basically just making a little loop. That's the first part of it. What we're doing now is making vertical double half hitch knots. So for the next one, we're going to make another loop here on the right. Come from underneath and pull that through. And this will complete that double half hitch knot. You can bring them together. Don't tighten them too tight until you get them, slide them up to the top first. Get them in place. Then you can give it a little tug. There we go. And that is your first vertical double half hitch knot out of many. We're going to work this double half hitch knot the whole way across all 18 of these cords to make our first row. And the next one, you're just going to take and bring your cord behind, your working cord behind the next one. Make that little loop, pull it through the loop, and slide it up. Depending on how close these are together, we'll show you gapping. We don't want any gapping, so I'm going to slide them a little bit closer together up here. Now I see there's no gaps going on. So now we're going to make our second one to finish it off. We'll make a loop, swoop it underneath, and pull it. Give it a little tug, and that'll tighten it into place. And there's 2 knots completed. We're just going to continue this on until we get across the entire row here. So I'll be back once that's finished. here we are on our last chord here, the 18th chord. We're just going to go ahead and get that a little tighten. Give that a little tighten. There's your first row. Now if you look at your grid, the grid that I have here, I have 2 rows. Each one of these boxes is 1 vertical double half hitch knot on each cord. So we have 1 full row of green, and then we have 1 full row of green. So we're taking it from the right and we're going to work our way to the left this time. So to do that, we just have to trade what side our loop is on. Make a loop, go over, down, and through. Now take it back in the other direction. Okay. So now it's going to go around, grab it, pull it through. This time your loop is here on the left. You don't want to tug that too tight, but you don't want it to be too loose because you don't want it to get like a little weave going here. You want to try to keep it lined up pretty well. So there's one. Now we're going to work our way the whole way across, making green for all 18 rows again. So this time you're going to take it around and then up and then slide it into place and give it a little tug, not too tight. Around, over, grab and pull through. Slide it into place, give it a little tug. And there's 2 of them. We're just going to keep going until we get them all completed. Okay, so I got my second row going from right to left, and here's the remainder of my cord. And if you look at the grid here we have going on, we just did this row and we did this row. Now we're going to start alternating colors. So if you see the numbers I have written here, that's 3, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 3. What that means is we're going to do 3 in the green color, change it and do 2 in black, change it, 2 in green, 4 in black, 2 in green, 2 in black, 3 in green for row number 3. So we're going to be changing colors out. So let me show you how I do that. First thing you need to do is grab yourself a little bit of black. I'm going to go with another, say, 60 inches. I got my black cord. Set that aside for right now. It says we do 3 in green. I don't know if this string is going to be enough to do 3, but I'm going to give it a try. So we bring our cording in the front. Give it a nice little tug. Not too tight, just a little tight. Then the second time around, looks like we're not going to get all 3 with this string that I have. So now we'll show you how you just drop one and pick up another one. We're going to see if we can maybe get it. have been easier just to go ahead and add in a longer cord. But I think we're going to be able to do this. We have one more in green, bring it in the front. See if this string is long enough to do this twice. There's round one. Bring it to the top. I'm really pushing this one. Bring it around. Give it a tug. There you go. Slide it to the top. And then that is going to go in the back, so it won't even be visible, this little piece here. Just going to tuck that in the back, and it is good to go. So there is our 3 in green. Now we need to do 2 in black. So the same way we started our green up here, we're going to start our black down here. Taking the short cord under, making a loop, taking it under that loop, and giving it a pull. That's just making the first part of your loop. And then around, grab, and pull through. And that'll give you your second part of your loop. Okay. Then we're going to take this black cord and just tuck it in the back for now. We'll get to all of them when we're done with our tapestry here. So all these can just stay back there. Now, we're supposed to do 2 of these in black. So there's one. And let me start up on number 2 here. Around, through, and pull. Get a little tug up. Tight, but not too tight. Around. There you go. Up, and there's your 2 black. Now I need to do 2 green. So I need to grab another piece of green string, because as you see, we ran very, very short on that piece. So get another piece. It can be as long as you want it to be. I'm going with an arm's length, so about 60 inches for me. Okay. Then we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to take this set of cords, which is the ones that I want to put my green on. Take the black behind it. Okay. Now get the beginning of your green cord and add it on. So we're going behind, make our loop. There's the first loop. Then make our second loop. And then slide them into place. And then you can tighten them down a little. Okay. Now your little cord can go in the back again. Just tuck him back there. Our green cord's here. We want to do 2 green. So there's 1, do 2, which is our next one. So we wanted to bring both the black and the green to the back, like so. And then we're going to leave the black alone, pick up our green, and make our second vertical double half hitch knot. Okay. Now, we finished the second one, so it's time to go back to our black cord. So what we're going to do is do 4 black. So I'm going to go ahead and put this green one I'm working with in the back of the next cord, just like we did with the black one. We're going to do that. Then we're going to take the black cord, bring it under as well. And now we're going to go ahead to our vertical double half hitch knot in black. And it's going to travel from here over to here because we slid it in the back as we were putting the green in. And we want to do 4 of these based on what the grid shows us. There's 1. Remember to bring everything to the back. So green goes in the back first, then the black goes in the back, and then we can go ahead and make our next knot. Once you get the hang of making this knot, it's extremely easy to do. So making the tapestry is easy. It's just time consuming and it's very repetitive because you're doing the same knot over and over. And we're doing 4 of these, like I said. So here's number 3. And here's our last one in black for this spot. We carried that green over. There we go. Green carried over. Now, we want to take the black and put it in the back first this time. Because we're switching it over and we're doing 2 in green. So then bring your green in the back. Like so. And you just kind of go ahead and slide it up into place. There's 1. We want to do 2 in green. So we'll bring our black to the back, bring our working green to the back, and then put it in place with a knot. Okay, then we're going to go to black chords now. So let's take our next chord, bring it to the front, put our green in the back first, then our black chord. Now we'll go ahead and make our knot. And we are doing 2 of the black. All right, 2 black, and then it wants 3 green. Then we're going to wrap right back around and do 2 green and then a black. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and drop this black one right here where it's at. Take the next cord, put your green through. Actually drop the black in the back. Bring the green through. And then make your knot. Okay. There's 2. And here's 3. One more to finish it off. And this row is complete. So I'm going to get my grid here. And I'm going to mark off what I just did, which was row number 3. 3 is complete. Now if you take a look at row number 4, we're going to be starting over this way and going over here and working our way to the left. And we have 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. So a lot of switching going back and forth. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. ready to start going back across to the right. And from our grid, it shows that we're going to do 6 green. So I'll show you the grid here, and let me just finish this first one. There we go. Okay, so on our grid, we just finished row 4, going from right to left. So for 5, going from left to right, we're going to do 6 greens. But right here's our black. So we're going to pick up our black and kind of pull it behind us until we get to here, where we're going to do 6 black and then 6 green. So we're doing 6 of one color, 6 of the black, and then 6 of the other color, dragging the green along and the black along in the background. Okay, so we just finished row number 5. So let's make a little mark here. Went from left to right. Now this is going to be a really long one of black. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 green, drop our green, do 12 black, and then start a new green here with those 3. Because this cord's not going to be long enough to make it the whole way through. Okay. Pick up the next one, bring it to the front. 2, and one more makes 3. I'll pull that black through. And bring it back down. Okay, there is the 3 green. I'm going to cut this a little short just so I don't get confused. And we're going to send it to the back. Okay. Now we're going to take our black and we're going to do 12 black. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do these 12 and then I will be back. Okay, so we got our 12 black and now we're going to finish off by adding 3 green. So I'm going to be adding a new string on here at this point. And then take that one back through here. And then make our second loop. Then you can push that up to the top. Give it a little bit of a tug. And then tuck your tail in the back. Okay, this one needs to be pushed up just a little bit further. There we go. Then we're ready to move on to our next one. Bring it to the front. Loop. Grab. Pull. And tighten. One more to finish that loop off. Then we'll go to our last one here. And this will finish off our 3 green, as well as row 6. Okay. So we'll go ahead and mark that off over here. So row 6, 3, 12 black, and then 3 green. So looking at what we have going next, we're going to be doing 2 in green, 1 black, 3, 6, 3, 1, and 2 for row 7. And I'll just speed my way kind of through this for you. Across that way with 4 green. I already did the first. We'll just take it from there. Now our next one is going to be the eyeball, and I think it should be another color. So we're going to incorporate another color in for eyes. So we got those three done. So it's saying that we're going to carry this for 1. So I'm going to go ahead and get a piece of purple. I'm just going to add it on here real quick for the eye. Okay. So if you remember, this way, pull it through, give it a little tug, make another loop, grab it, pull it through, give it a little tug, and that is your eye on the right side. So now I can tighten it down. This one's going to go in the back. This one I need here in a minute, so we're just going to cut it. And tuck it in the back. Like that. And tuck this one in the back. Just as well. Turn it this way. There we go. Okay. So we got our one eye, which can be whatever color you'd like. I'm using purple. Then we need 2 in black. So we're going to carry that green over 2. And then we'll go ahead and do 2 black. There's 2. Then we're going to do another eye. So we're going to skip over 1 here. We're going to go ahead and take them and bring them over. Okay. Get our purple. Make our loop, grab it, pull it through, make a loop, grab it, and pull it through. And there you have it. There's the second eye. Slide it up into place. Give it a little tug. Cut off your excess hair. Tuck that in the back. Tuck this one back there too. Okay. So from here, we're going to do 3 more black. So we're going to go 3 more. pull that too tight because you have a pretty long span. Going from one side to the other with that green. Being tucked in from here underneath to here. Now we have added the eyes, and that finishes up row number 8. Now we are on row number 9. We're doing 3, 1, 2, 6 black, 2 green, 1 and 3. That'll be row 9. We're going to start off with 3 green. and forth in colors quite frequently. But we're going to start with 2 green. Okay. 2 of them. And this one over here. Okay, so then 2 green. One, 2 green, 1 black, 1 white or green, 1 black, 2, 2 green, tuck this one in the back with the rest of them. We'll get a new green one for the next screen. But the next color is actually black, so let's go ahead and do that. Starting to actually get some forms together now. Okay. So the next one is green. I don't know why that had to look so difficult. Get a little tug. Put your little tail there in the back. Okay. So we did black, green. Now we're going to do black again. Now we're doing 2 green. Two green. Two green, then a black. And then 2 green. Okay, and that takes care of that row. It's starting to come into an end. We got 4 more rows to go, 2 of which are just nothing but green. But next we have 4 green. So let's go ahead and do 4 green. Repeat that, but going back across the other way, because we did 4, 1, 8, 1, 4. Now we're going to do the same thing, but going back across from right to left. finishes that row. And that leaves us with just 2 rows of 18 green. So I'll just do 2 rows of 18 green here, and I'll be right back. So I just finished my 2 rows of green here. So our spider is complete. So next step is to clean up the back. So take all these pins out. And we'll go ahead and flip our work over and see what we have here. Okay, best thing to do is work your way from the top down and try to tie like strings that are closer together. Give them a little tug, a little tie. And then you can just cut off the end there. We're going to do that all over the rest of the back of this, and then it'll be complete. Okay, so now the back's all knotted up, cut down. We're going to flip our work back around. And then decide how long of a tail do we want to have. Looks like I missed a piece back here. There we go. Now, I still need to cut my dowel rod a little shorter. I need to make some type of hanging cord. We're going to do that. And I need to cut my tail. I don't think it needs to be terribly long. Okay. So if you look at how long my project is, it's 2 inches long. So I'd like to duplicate that so that the tail is 2 inches long as well, so that it's 4 inches by 4 inches. So to do that, we're just going to go like this. Find 4 inches, thereabouts. And snip that. And now we're going to do our piece that it will hang from. And we will cut our dowel rod down to size. All right, here we go. We have our spider finished. I cut the dowel rod down a little bit so that it's not quite as long because the project's rather small. We have our tails cut to length. And now we just need to add a way to hang it onto the wall. So to do that, you just grab one piece of your cording, and I'm just going to use the green. You want a piece that is, I don't know, fairly long, but maybe 24 inches or so. Find your center. We're just going to make a little loop. through that loop. Okay. I'm going to give it a light tug and pull up some while we're doing it so that our loop isn't too terribly big. That looks like a good spot for it. So that's going to go up here. Let's bring our project down a little. How big do we want our loop to be? And how high do we want it away from our dowel rod? You can do whatever you'd like. It's whatever is your personal preference. I think I'm going to maybe, it looks like about 4 inches as well to the center. So we're going to go with about 4 inches. Now I'm going to actually tie this cord onto the dowel rod. So the way to do that is hold that at that 4 inches. Wrap your work around the outside. Wrap your work around the inside. Whoops. Hold that a little tight. I may have lost my length here. Let me double check that. Put your work back down. I'm just going to check this. Okay. Now I'm actually going to turn my work around so that my spider is in the other direction for a minute. We're going to go over, behind, through, and pull. Over, around, behind, and pull. And you're going to keep doing that until you get this spiral effect going. You make that as long or as short as you want. Once you have it knotted twice, it's pretty much going to hold your work in place. The rest of this is just for aesthetic reasons. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and snip this end here once we get it to the length we want it. And give that a little bit of a twist. My knots may have gotten a little confused there. Give it a little trim. And then do the same thing on the other side, and then we are completed. And here we have it on the wall finished. It's just a matter of getting some other decorations to add to it. Then our macrame wall hanging of a spider is complete. Maybe a witch's hat and a pumpkin, and you'd have a whole wall set up.